The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And some of the best guards in the league facing off tonight. Different skill sets, different styles. Kenny, if you had to build a guard from scratch, what are some of the characteristics you'd look for?
Oh, no question. I'd take the shooting touch of Steph Curry. I'd take the
he makes it look
effortless. I'd take the toughness of Russell Westbrook. I'd take the basketball savvy of Chris Paul. And I'd throw
You take the defense of...
I'll take the defense of Tony Allen and throw it all together. You wouldn't put that together, Shaq? That's making you tired and sleepy? Wake up!
Is this boring you?
I would want toughness. You have to be able to switch on to certain players, the bigger players, and I would like the leadership.
And give me the size of Michael Carter Williams at the point.
The size of Michael Carter. How about the size of Magic Johnson?
No, that's a little bit too big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because later on in his career.
Huh?
Wake up, man.
What happened?
Leadership.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll take the ability not to go to sleep like Shaq.
Well, if you answer the question.
The Pistons play before the home crowd. And we've got it right here on 2K Sports, live from downtown Detroit. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Clippers.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, Channing Frye's floor spacing puts opposing bigs in a bind. Frye says big guys like to paint. I make them allergic to it. Their big guys want to help, but he can't. He's got to come to Fryland. Just sit out there with me. So it's a pick your poison kind of thing. Kevin, if there's one place I know you'll love, it's Fryland.
That's right, T.A. You and I both, maybe after the broadcast, you and I can swing over there for a bite. And in the early part of the season, Steve, talk about establishing chemistry as a team.
Well, a lot of times there's new players, new faces, so you want to get a chance to play with those guys in an NBA game. Practice, preseason, it's just not the same. But having that chemistry and early getting that chemistry going, you are chomping at the bit to get the season started. And usually game one is when it starts.
You may have the same roster, but it's always a different team, correct in that assessment?
Yep, it's kind of like the first day of school.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. D-Wade out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Thomas kicks to LeBron. Out to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland moving the ball around. Takes a 3. Thomas, no luck. Cavaliers on D. It's a 3-point game. Harris with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Harris kicks to Jackson. To the middle and stolen by Love. LeBron against Harris. Outside Thomas. Back to James. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
Drummond the screen. Bradley, no one around him. They grab their own miss. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Love. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
Thompson in the posts. Working on Drummond. James, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson kicks to Lure. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Bradley. Outside Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jackson misses.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Love in the post. We're covering. Wade kicks to Thomas. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Pistons leading. Bradley with room to shoot. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Here's James, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Bradley against Love. 13 feet away. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
The finish. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. That was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's James following the bucket by the Pistons. Wade passes to Thompson. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the threes and the twos last season for Cleveland.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Now here's Drummond. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the court.
Beautiful handles by Tobias Harris. A tough cover off the dribble.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
Free throw drops for James.
You know he's a perennial all-NBA first-teamer, but LeBron is also one of the league's top spokesmen.
Bradley kicks to Lure. He's looking for Drummond and finds him over Thompson. And it's Drummond missing.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
LeBron dishes to Thomas. Love outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Pistons leading by 5. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Drummond. The 3. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Drummond. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. James kicks to Wade. From the wing. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Now here's Jackson. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Wasted no time on that one. Love's got his first basket.
Boy, it's great playing with big guys who can space the floor. Love does that and a lot more.
Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jackson kicks to Drummond. No good on that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers. Kicks it out to Love. Offline with his three.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Back to Thomas. Love with the screen on Jackson. Thompson for the triple. Stolen by Lure. Cleveland moving the ball around. The tray. Poked away.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Outside Brent. Lure the pass to Jackson. Outside Brent. Lure the screen. Bradley against Wade. 4 on the shot clock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really an interesting move by the Pistons. In effect, getting 2 starters in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Marcus Morris for 1 in Avery Bradley. Stan Van Gundy clearly valued Bradley's leadership and playoff experience.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Langston Galloway comes in for John Lure. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. Smith for 3. A rebound by Marjanovic. Pistons leading by 8.
And Avery Bradley, an unrestricted free agent after this season. The Pistons have made it clear they're willing to pay the luxury tax to retain his services.
Now here's Marjanovic. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
The power, the size. You like to see Shumpert attack the paint more often.
Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Rose with the double team. And he makes good on the layup.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Outside jumper. Kicks it to Fry. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The length and athleticism of Fry showing up inside.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Marjanovic, a screen on Crowder. Here's Harris. Hits the front of the rim and out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Crowder kicks to Shumpert. Smith for 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And now just a 3-point Detroit lead. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Smith kicks to Harris. Shoots over Crowder. Harris missing again.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Outside Rose. Out to Smith. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Smith dishes to Bradley. Marjanovic, a screen on Smith. Smith kicks to Galloway. Marjanovic with a screen for Smith. A 3 from Bradley. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Here's Shumpert. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
And as a visiting team, you're already behind the 8 ball. Can't afford to give up opportunities like that.
Marjanovic, no good.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And here's Rose outside. Detroit with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And here's Bradley from 3. Crowder pulls it in.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that look like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
And Shumpert kicks to Rose. A second chance effort. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites 2 former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And back in high school, Isaiah Thomas used to ride the train down to Portland and stay the weekend at the Love's family house. For those two, teaming up once again at this level, it's pretty surreal.
And the Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
It can be deceiving. The quickness of Harris's first step, nice.
Here is Rose. He dishes it to Crowder. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Johnson, the pass to Smith. Marjanovic, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Marjanovic has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. And here's Rose. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And that one is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Just a gorgeous-looking jump shot from Derrick Rose. He is very smart when to take that and when not to take it.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cleveland ahead. They finish off the first quarter with a massive 16-6 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to win good.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, this is why you have a scouting department. You want to uncover those role players who can make an impact.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. We've got Carter, J.R. Smith out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Rose, and it's Fry in at the center position. And we see the game of basketball gaining popularity, Steve, around the globe. Do you see a difference in the number of international players in the league now? versus, say, when you came into the league?
You know, Kevin, back then I saw it. It was probably 90% of guys from United States and then 10% international. That number right now is starting to grow. It is getting closer and closer to 50-50. And the reason why, scouts now with the technology, you can find a guy all over this globe. And guys are coming over here taking the game serious. I think it's going to come down to wherever you're from. If you're fundamentally sound, you have a chance to make it in the NBA.
And you know, Steve, a credit to current NBA and college coaches for making these summertime pilgrimages overseas to teach the kids in Yugoslavia and Serbia and all over the globe about the game of basketball. I think that has also sped up the development, and that's, again, a reflection of the international player coming to the NBA.
You're totally right. The global games and guys got to get a chance to see. I think it really started with the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. Everybody international are loving this game, and I think the players who listen and go out and work on their game, they have a better chance.
Carter dishes to Crowder. To the inside. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 8.
J.R. Smith is strong and athletic enough to do damage inside.
Here's Udrih. He's covered by Rose. Marjanovic a screen on Smith. Galloway kicks to Johnson. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Harris. He doesn't hit that one. And Cleveland the other way now. Now, here's Fry. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Udrih. And there's Rose on the assist by Carter. And now a 6-point Cleveland lead. Now Udrih. He kicks to Harris. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Green in for Crowder. Marjanovic falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's a pick by Love. Rose goes in, tries again, and it's Love missing.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old-school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
A different look here for Detroit. John Lure, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Jackson in for Langston Galloway. And then for Cleveland, LeBron's checked in for Smith. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Here's Udrih. Outside Jackson. And Drummond throws it down.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
Drummond passes to Johnson, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And a look here at the shot chart for the Pistons.
And the 3 ball really hurting them right now, taking way too many bad shots from deep. Yeah, they've had some decent looks, but when it's not falling, it's hurting your cause. I wouldn't say to go away entirely from the 3, but they've got to do a better job of only taking a 3 when it's a great shot.
Hard not to bite on Drummond's pump fake. You have to get up quick to have any chance to contest his shot.
And he's good on the second. And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Jackson against Thomas. Here's Lure. They get it again. Here's Drummond. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Love.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The Pistons have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
The 2 big things that you want from a center are rebounding and defense. Drummond can provide both. One of the best rebounders in this league. Defense, though, it can be hit or miss at times.
Johnson. The shot comes out. Great D that time from James. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Offside Thomas. And it's LeBron missing. And certainly Drummond's such a force with his rebounding, Steve, as you mentioned. 2nd in the league last year. And the defense is coming along as well.
And as Coach said, he's improved playing away from the basket. Drummond has the athleticism to be an elite defender.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Detroit, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Wade's checked in. And Lure drops them both.
John Lure, not a player you usually think about twice, but he was a solid contributor. Not the greatest of defenders, but he will always give you effort. Mostly deployed as a stretch 4.
Wade for 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Love against Drummond. Johnson kicks to Uda. Here's Lure. Johnson down low, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Thomas kicks to Wade. It's a pick by Love. Back to Wade. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Over Lure. And another miss by Cleveland. And Lure, as you mentioned, Steve, becoming more and more of a stretch 4. Not a great shooting season for him last season, but he does open things up for an offense.
Yeah, John gives you more than just his shooting. He also can create off the bounce a little bit. Solid passer for his size and position.
Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 12 in the game.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Love with the screen on Johnson. James dishes to Green. And Thomas has it in the corner. Green, the screen. Thomas passes to LeBron. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And that's now 10 points for LeBron.
We talk about LeBron's amazing versatility. That time showing confidence from deep.
And Lure kicks to Jackson. The feed to Udrich. The Pistons working the ball around now. Drummond sets the screen for Johnson. Green with the block. Wade with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Passes it to LeBron. To the paint. Here's Love, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And you can see it in terms of protecting the rim. Drummond has the ability. He just needs to stay active on a consistent basis.
And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. It's checked in for Detroit. And Cleveland also making a change. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Jeff Green. The Cavaliers leading. Wade outside. LeBron kicks to Wade. Kicks it out to Love. Pass to James. Launches it. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Drummond a screen. Johnson kicks to Drummond. Over Thompson. Detroit, no good that time either. Cleveland leading by 4. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Dwayne Wade. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
Smith kicks to Drummond. No good that time. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Thomas goes in, and yes, it's good. Thomas got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Down low. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Drummond's got 14 points for the game.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Back to James. The screen from Thompson. James dishes to Wade. Outside for Thomas. Over Smith. Thomas, no good. Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Wade against Jackson. And Lure kicks to Jackson. Lure the screen. 4 on the clock. Here's Smith. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And so many great Pistons over the years. You think back to the bad boy era and all throughout the great history of this franchise. Smitty, you grew up in the era. Was there a Piston you modeled your game after growing up?
Yeah, there were. There were 2 guys, and Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. You could see the impact both these players had on both ends of the floor. They were interchangeable. They both can handle, can shoot. And what I love is the chemistry they had between those 2, and they are good friends of mine.
And LeBron throws it down.
And what's amazing to me, how little James has lost athletically.
Pistons trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lure the pass to Smith. Outside Jackson. Over in the corner. Lure. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Love with the screen on Johnson. Out to Thompson. Now the pass to Thomas. Over Smith. And again, it's Cleveland.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
The dish to Drummond. They need this. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
A 5-star recruit out of high school, Drummond, one of the more talented centers we have in the game. And LeBron James in 2014 took on the burden of leading a young Cavs team back to greatness. He changed the whole culture, showing them what it took to win it all.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Marjanovic checked in for John Lure. Bradley comes in for Johnson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Thomas. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
One shot.
And Smitty, that'll take a lot of patience for LeBron going from Miami to Cleveland, getting his teammates and the organization overall to that next level.
The definition of a leader, LeBron James. He'll do it with praise or criticism, not shy about challenging others and lighting a fire under them.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Smith kicks to Galloway. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Crowder. Picked his pocket.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
End of quarter, great time to squeeze out an extra possession.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket for Marjanovic.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Rose kicks to Crowder. On the wing, Shumpert. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. It's taken away by Smith. Outside Bradley. Lets a floater go.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kevin, how did you guys chip away at that deficit in the first half?
Oh, man, we just executed, got good shots, and got stops. That was really it.
All right, Kevin, thanks a lot for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
LeBron might have actually reached a new level for how to control a basketball game. You know he can score his points at any time he likes. He can lock down almost anyone defensively, and at times he's like he's in a zen state where he's playing chess, like a chess master, moving the pieces around the board flawlessly.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Lure and Drummond together down low. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Well, wide open look for Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 11 points for Love.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Lure a screen on Wade. Bradley kicks to Drummond. Over LeBron. LeBron with the block.
When he blocks shots, they are usually on the highlight reel. LeBron James with another one.
Shot clock at 3. Bradley can't get it to go.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
LeBron James on the wing. Wade outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. And here's Love from the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb. Love's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Cavs. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Feeds it to Jackson. Lure the screen. Jackson misses.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Outside Thomas. It's LeBron with the drive. Shoots from 12. Again, the miss by Jackson.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Love. Feeds it to Thompson. Out to Wade. And Thomas has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Steve, they say the defense wins championships. Talk about the value of communication on the floor when it comes to a team playing great team defense.
I think, Kevin, for fans and especially young kids, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That was nice.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Love outside. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Bradley. Lure the screen. Bradley can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Bradley against Wade. Lure the screen. Jackson kicks to Bradley. Over Love. Bradley with another miss. And here are the Cavaliers. This run now up to 13-2. Love outside. Thomas a screen on Drummond. For 3. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists now tonight. Pistons trail by 20.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bradley dishes to Harris. Kicks it to Lure. He tries for 3. Another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And now the adventure begins. Drummond, one of the worst free throw shooters on the planet.
The Pistons have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. And that one misses. Reno Udrich, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Green, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Carter comes in for Dwayne Wade.
You know, the Cavs are able to stay big and still space the floor. When they put Kevin Love and Channing Frye together, it's a death lineup with their shooting.
Love with the screen for James. It's tipped. And James throws it down hard.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And with LeBron's ability to play the power forward, the Cavaliers can go small and slide Kevin Love, Steve, to the 5.
And very effective with their small lineups. The one thing they've lacked is great rim protection. They can rebound just fine, but shot blocking is something they've lacked.
Bradley with the ball. Now Green defending. And here are the Cavaliers. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Right side, Thomas. Over Udrich. And again, it's Cleveland.
Timeout. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know, Tyronn Lue, a two-time champion as a player with the Lakers, that understanding of what it takes to win it all has laid the foundation for his coaching career.
Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Harris kicks to Drummond. Back to Harris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Tyronn Lue talked about his breadth of experience as a player. He said, I won titles. I also played in the worst team in the league. I've done it all.
Also, Kevin, to add to that, he's been a starter. He's been a bench player. He's missed time with injury. That helps when he's trying to relate to his players because he's been there and he's been through everything and whatever they're going through.
Kicks it out to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Bradley against James. Second chance shot. Here's Udrich. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
It's a pick by Love. Here's Thomas. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Dishes to Bradley. Drummond with a screen on Carter. Here's Bradley. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Timeout.
Bradley's got 6.
And this is what Avery likes. It's where he feels most comfortable, the in-between area.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do 2 sports in my high school to be able to play one. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number one. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer, Akeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree. And the free throw, no good. Well, you know that a Stan Van Gundy team is going to be a disciplined team, and the Pistons were no exception last season.
Totally true. This team doesn't foul or give up the ball easily. Minimal turnovers per possession, second in the league. They close out well and they rebound well. Both signs of a team that has the fundamentals down.
Outside Crowder. The kick out to Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Galloway kicks to Marjanovic. Harris outside. He dishes it to Drummond. Shoots over Crowder. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's 21 points for Drummond. Cleveland leading by 16. Rose with the ball. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Smith. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Smith outside. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Galloway kicks to Drummond. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And stolen by Love. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Crowder with the ball. Rejected by Harris.
You don't see a lot of block shots from Harris, so enjoy that one.
It's stolen by Smith. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for James.
What a display we've seen from them so far. Every half open look they've gotten, they've knocked down and showed no signs of letting up. Right now, they are in the driver's seat. As long as they can keep their rhythm on offense, they'll just steamroll this team the rest of the way.
Harris against Smith. Harris kicks to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. Step back shot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Kevin Love? 6th in rebounding, 17th in free throw shooting, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Love with the screen on Smith. Outside Rose. Smith on the wing. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
On the wing, Harris. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
It's a pick by Love. Rose passes to Crowder. Back to Rose. To the inside. Love. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Love's got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Smith against Harris. Over Smith. Harris misses. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Here's Shumpert. He feeds it to Love. Top of the key, Rose. Baseline try, and it's Love missing.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Back to Galloway. Harris outside. Here's Marjanovic. They shoot again, and it's good on the layup. Marjanovic has got 8.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
And here's Rose. Takes a 3. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Rose.
And this is where J.R. can put it on you. Excellent in the catch and shoot.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 19. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Just relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game.
In case they forgot that, of course, from very invigorating words from Stan Van Gundy, repeating what he'd like to see more of them right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Well, let's see if it helps.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Derrick Rose is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Smith kicks to Harris. Lure the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a Kyrie's trade demand over the summer, a reflection of his frayed relationship with LeBron. James, with a forceful personality, it seems that may have grated on Irving.
Jackson, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Cleveland.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often.
Back to Wade. And Shumpert kicks to Wade. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Cleveland moving the ball around, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And LeBron remains an outspoken leader on this Cavs team. Still interesting, though, to see whether he alters his style somewhat in light of the Kyrie situation. Perhaps leaving more to the coaches and looking to blend in more with his teammates.
Here's Harris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Harris has got 20 points.
A big part of what makes Harris a more physical player right now is he has filled out his frame, and he is able to finish through contact.
The drive by Wade. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 19. And, well, Detroit shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Jackson with it, and Rose picks him up defensively.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Shumpert. Outside Rose. Shoots from 12. Rebound, Detroit. Lure's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Jackson passes to Marjanovic. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. Detroit making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. And then for Cleveland, LeBron's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rose. Here's Lure. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. James with the bucket.
Timeout.
He's got 21.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And there are a few players in the NBA who can match Reggie Jackson with the fearless approach he takes to the game. He'll always look to take that big shot, Steve, and goes right at bigger defenders and doesn't blink.
When you're Jackson's size, you have to have that mentality. Always looking for a way to attack a defense. Doesn't always work out, but the aggression he plays with never dies.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
And the wide open shot from Crowder. No good from outside. Pistons trail by 17. Now here's Bradley. There's the feed to Jackson. And the 3-ball is good.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Thompson, a screen on Harris. Here's James.
Oh, goodness.
Terrific.
Wow. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Jackson kicks to Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Isaiah Thomas. And the bad boy Pistons, perhaps the greatest group this franchise has put together, and also one of the most memorable in the history of the NBA. Smitty, you played against some of those guys. What was that like?
Well, first of all, Kevin, I got a chance to grow up in Detroit, watching these guys, being around them, being able to practice. I mean, they were a total tight group. They had some great characters in Lambeer and Rodman and Sally and Dumars and Isaiah and the microwave, but they played extremely hard. And obviously the style of play was defense, rebound, and put you on your butt.
Thompson dishes to LeBron and finished off by LeBron.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point. LeBron having one of his nights.
Pistons trail by 16. Jackson passes to Harris. Marjanovic, a screen on James. And stolen by LeBron. And it's Wade penetrating. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, great moves. Almost impossible to keep Dwayne in front of you without fouling. The resume that Dwayne Wade has put together over the course of his career is staggering. 3 NBA titles and a Finals MVP. Countless All-NBA team nods and All-Star appearances.
Marjanovic kicks to Jackson.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside. Helps him draw fouls.
Shooting 2 for Detroit, Reggie Jackson.
The first one falls. Jackson hits both of them. Cleveland leading by 16. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Wade outside. So nice passing by Cleveland here. They get it back. The kick out to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Pistons have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And with Wade's accomplishments last season, his only year other than his rookie campaign, Steve, where he wasn't an all-star, says a lot for his staying power.
From a historical context, Wade is one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Few others at that position can say they had a greater career. Realistically, in my opinion, he's probably in the top 5 at that position.
They set the pick. Here's Thomas. Thompson dishes to LeBron. Off target with his 3.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. To the paint, off the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting hand for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
And Tristan Thompson remains a relatively poor shooter, free throws and otherwise. He's tried to add a 15-footer, Smitty, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
And I think he's probably better off just staying around the rim. The kind of rebounder he is, sometimes you just have to play to your strengths.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Wade outside. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Detroit making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. Pistons trailed by 18. Lobbed up there for Drummond. That one, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Outside for Thomas. Passes it to Wade. The screen from Thompson. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Love. Thomas against Jackson. And Thomas, here we go. And here's James outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. In the corner, Bradley with it. And it's off from three-point range. Cleveland leading by 18. Love kicks to Thomas. Back to Love. Over Drummond. Wade passes to Thompson. Harris against James. And it's Wade in the corner. Thomas outside. They shoot again. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
That free throw good from Kevin Love.
And Kevin Love has feasted on the open looks he gets in Cleveland. he's become a high-volume three-point shooter.
Harris outside. Drummond dishes to Lure. Back to Drummond. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Beautiful concentration by Drummond. Takes the hit, drops it in. Will try to add one more at the line.
And we think about the Cavs' ability, Steve, to carve up defenses. Top 5 in free throw attempt differential last season.
Well, reason why is their attacking styles. It also shows their veteran savvy at the other end, not getting baited into cheap fouls. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
There's the screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read in too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day. And you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad. And also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they could separate those guys. And also the players can separate the beat writers from fans.
Thomas kicks to Love. Back to Thomas. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Wade. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
And although Dwayne Wade, very much an NBA veteran, he is still a very high usage player. He's 35 years old last season, and he was still putting up 16 shots a game.
When you think about the longevity of Wade's career, it is impressive. He has adjusted his game to still be a factor on the floor as he's aged. Keep waiting for him not to be productive, but he still keeps beating Father Time.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
Every state, come on, bury the hate, minion. The only thing we in the heavy remain. Whether from the X-Friend, then the short range, life begin. Bring it to an end, come on.
Detroit's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jackson kicks to Harris. On the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But when teams are allowed to play zone, I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland. That free throw, no good. And a different look here for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for John Lure. Johnson comes in for Harris. Langston Galloway's checked in for Bradley. And it's Udrich in for Reggie Jackson.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Here's Rose, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good screen set there by Fry. You love it when he's playing with toughness.
The Pistons shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Marjanovic, a screen on Rose. Udrich, the pass to Drummond. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's called on Channing Frye. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Or are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Marjanovic checked in for Lure. Johnson comes in for Harris. Langston Galloway's checked in for Bradley. And it's Udrich in for Reggie Jackson.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for LeBron.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
And the rejection by Smith. Now Green. Rose dishes to Smith. Out to the wing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Green kicks to Rose. Second shot opportunity. That's good on the jump shot.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.